Hey Planeteers, it's me, Kevin, back for another video here. A very late one to do, to call it the recap or post-game COD reaction, but it is what it is, and I am sorry for the delayed videos, guys, lately, but I'm back here now. Yeah, again, this is part of the Sun's Planet podcast productions with Hamo doing the pre-game and me doing post games, uh, post game videos, basically. And yeah, this week, well, not just this week, but the last three games. We're going to talk about the last two games that the Suns had against the Orlando Magic and the New York Knicks last night. So let's dive right into them. So for the Orlando Magic game, the Suns lost that one 109-99 in favor of the Magic. Franz Wagner with 32 points, 4 of 8 shooting from deep, and 50% overall from the field. Really a nice game from Franz Wagner. Of course, the Magic were missing, we're missing Paulo Banchero, their best player in this game. But no Banchero, no problem for the Magic here. Their big man Bitadze, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. He added 17 points, only one missed field goal, 87.5% overall in shooting. So that goes to show you how effective the Suns defense on him was that game. KCP added 9. Jalen Suggs, who was very aggressive in that first half, ended up with 12 points. And Anthony Black, um, kind of surprising, but we know what the kid can do. 20 points. He's making Cole Anthony sit on that bench for a very long time. So um, yeah, Anthony Black, 20 points here. Great game for him. Going over to the Suns, they were led by Tyus Jones, letting it fly from downtown, 4 of 9. Oh, sorry, not 4 of 9. 4 of 11 shooting, 36% from 3, and 41.2% from the field overall. He had 18 points here and dished out 8 assists. Um, and yeah, he led the way for the Suns in scoring. Devin Booker added 17, and as well as Grayson with 17. Great game here, or good game here for Grayson Allen, 44% from 3, 50% overall in the field. Devin Booker was swarmed once again by the Orlando Magic going into this game. I wasn't feeling really good about it already. Of course, that comes with all the losses prior to that game, but most especially, I was really expecting for a wide open game, or yeah, basically a double digit game against Orlando Magic. So yeah, turns out my feeling was true, and the Orlando Magic, you know, destroy the Suns on this game. Um, Royce O'Neal, really bad game for him on this one. Only 2 points, and he didn't hit any shots from downtown on this one. Josh Okogie, Jo strong play lately, especially on that from that 3 point area or field. Um, have you kind of have to think that you'd like to think that he did all this, or he practiced his shot during the summer, because we all know what happened last year when he's on the floor, right? Teams just sag off him and just stick to Booker, Beal, or Durant, because they know Jo couldn't hit them or couldn't hurt them from 3. So kudos to Jo for working on that shot, really, and hopefully once the big 3 is back, he can still play and take off that, or like attract some defense to stay away, or not stay away totally, but to attract some defense to make it more relaxing, not relaxing, but much easier for the for a member of a big 3 that he's sharing the floor with. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. It's Friday, my time. I know it's Thursday to you guys. It's Friday, all right, it's in mine. So yeah, Josh Okogie, kudos to him. But yeah, those are the numbers in here for that Orlando Magic Suns game. Moving over to the game that happened last night. Devin Booker led the way for the Suns with 33 points. Tyus Jones added 15. He shot a lot from three, but missed a lot too. So only 3 for 7 from downtown. That's still 40, around 43%. But he could have hit those shots and made it a game, right? um, Royce O'Neal is out of his funk, hopefully, as in the next few games as well next week. 5 of 10 from shooting from deep, 50%, and overall 50% from the field too. So for Royce O'Neal, I hope this restarts the fire in him, because like I said on the previous pod, it's like there's no in between in this game, or an offensive game, right? Some nights he hits all shots, some nights he doesn't. Even a layup, he couldn't hit a layup. So I hope this is the start of something that's going to be consistent throughout the season. So Oso Ighodaro on his first start, I believe, was it? For Oso, yeah, it was his first start. I thought he had 6 points, but yeah, only 2 points, and three rebounds. Yes, for Oso. Mason Plumlee didn't play this game, so that's unfortunate. And Devin Booker with 33 points again in a losing effort. Yusuf Nurkic added 14 and 10, or 12 rebounds rather. For Nurk, kudos to him. He's trying, right? Even though he's nursing an ankle injury, from what I understand. But he is trying, and kudos to him for that. But sometimes he tries so much that it hurts the team. That's I'm gonna leave it right there. For Grayson Allen, not a really great game for him. He really struggled, 1 for 8 from downtown, and he hit that 1 3 in the first quarter, and then turned it over 2 consecutive possessions after that made three. So that was the moment that the game really was breaking up or out. Not sure if that makes sense to you guys, but that's when the Knicks were starting to build their lead, is what I'm trying to say. So there, Royce O'Neal, yeah, we talked about him. Yeah, that's those are the notable numbers for the Suns last night. Going over to the New York Knicks, excuse me, Brunson. Oh my goodness, you have to talk about the guy, because every time he's in the desert playing against the Suns, he's hotter than the weather, the climate over there in Arizona. Really scorching the Suns for the past 2 games now that he's been in the Footprint Center. Of course, he ended up with 36 points. At one point, he was 7 for 7, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he ended up with 7 for 11 from downtown, 63.6% from three, 57, just over 57% overall from the field. Man, this guy really, he loves playing against the Suns in Footprint. And then Karl Anthony Towns, another 30-point scorer in this game, 34 points. He shot the lights out on this game, 63% from the field overall. So that's 12 for 19 on this game, 37.5% from downtown, 3 of 8. So really nice game for Karl Anthony Towns. And this is what's scary. Mikal Bridges, with all things considered, he shot 7 for 14, that's 50%, and 2 of 5 from 3. He's still struggling. And as the broadcast from ESPN Dave Pash and who's the other guy? Uh, I will remember his name, but I remember Dave Pash. There, Bob Myers. Sorry, there you go. Bob Myers, former executive of the Golden State Warriors. They are still acclimating um, uh, Mikal Bridges. So what's scary is that when he's fully acclimated with this system, the Knicks are scary, right? Of course, they're still missing some guys here. We have Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achua and Miles McBride, all decent players. They're missing those guys. So imagine if they are back healthy and they build that great chemistry that they already have now. Oh man, Knicks are gonna go a long way. When Mikal Bridges, uh, confession to make here, when Mikal Bridges was traded to the Knicks, I was for sure they're my second favorite team to watch, and for a good reason. I'm a fan too of Josh Hart. Josh Hart had 19 points in this game. This guy just does everything, to help his team win. Really, I think he's a glue guy and plays hard. And you know, I remember there was one postseason game. I forgot who it was against, but he played that full game. That whole game he played, and was very effective. Was very reliable. Cameron Payne, another hometown coming. Ex-Suns player. Nice game for him. 12 points and 44% shooting overall from the field. So that's that for those are the notable numbers for that Knicks game that happened last night. So the Suns, they have lost 6 games or 5 games in a row. Is it 5 games? Yeah, 5 games in a row. And they are currently in the 7th spot as of this time, as of this time recording. Um, yeah, so they are barely in that 500 mark right now. Let me show you. There you go. The Suns are 9-7, 1-6 ever since that Durant injury. They only won that cup game against the Jazz and has been losing since right there. So that's a 6 game or 5 game losing streak that the Suns now is in now after starting 8-1. But let's just keep some perspective here. 6 games in like what 10 or 11 days, 2 back-to-backs, and in the span of 2 weeks or just 2 days actually. It's just human nature that you can that they cannot put it together with all the guys that they're missing, and that not just guys, those are like pretty huge numbers, guys. Of course, KD, 27, 28 points a game, and then you have Bradley Beal there, who can go off at any given night, and explains as well the numbers that Devin Booker has been producing. I know we've been on him in the last few weeks, but you can really see why he's struggling right now to get some consistency on his scoring. Defense just swarms Devin Booker, of course, teams knowing that he's the only guy that can basically hurt them a lot during these games, and just let the others beat them, right? And that's the Suns. If Durant and Beal are gonna miss some more time, that's the Suns' issue that they have to figure out. You figure that with all the talent that they've added in the off season, you have Monty Morris, you have not Grayson, sorry, Tyus Jones. They are decent shooters, but can you really rely on them to score or to do heavy lifting in terms of scoring? Of course, Ryan Dunn here, he's a rookie. He wouldn't be. He is consistent defensively, but Obviously, as great as his 3 point shooting has been in this early part of the season, he is inconsistent. Speaking of Ryan Dunn, transitioning here, the NBA released their updated rookie ladder, and let me show you that in a quick sec. Here we go. Number one is Jared McCain from the 76ers, followed by Jalen Wells at number two from the Memphis Grizzlies, and then Lakers rookie Dalton Knecht. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that name right, but here are your top three. Right now, Ryan Dunn has fell to the 10th spot, tied with Donovan Clean of the Portland Trail Blazers, Ryan Dunn averaging 6.9 points a game, 2.6 rebounds, and zero point 0.6 steals. His last ranking on this ladder is number six, but he fell or 4 spots down. Math is not mathing again. Four spots down, and I believe this recent losing streak that the Suns is on is it's the direct result of that. Um, yeah. So there we go. Yeah. All right. So yesterday, prior to the Suns Knicks game, ESPN showed this interview of Shams Charania with um, Matt Ishbia, the owner of the Phoenix Suns. So we are going to go ahead and take a look at that. He spoke about Kevin Durant, about how he's spending all this money in the world and stay committed in, with the Suns and his spending. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek on on that interview. If you just give me a second here, I will pull that video up and we can talk about that interview. Here we go. Okay.
Or a lot got made about the Rockets trading for your guys' picks from Brooklyn and how that related to Kevin Durant and his future in Phoenix. What was your reaction?
Well, it's just a silly conversation in general. First off, Kevin Durant's not going anywhere. Okay. Second off, let's put that aside. Like, I could care less who has those picks. Guess what? My job is to make those picks be the 25th, 27th, 29th pick every single year. We don't want those picks back. You know, we have Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Brad Beal, and also not go name every player, but we have no intention of having our 2027 pick being a lottery pick, right? If so, then I've done a poor job. I don't want those picks.
Do you think about sustainability, the limits to the spending?
Yeah, you know, it's absolutely sustainable, right? I'm spending money, but it can only build one $100 million headquarters practice facility, right? You don't need to build another one, right? You've got to invest to see success. And so it'd be really silly of me to come and buy a team and then say, okay, well, I spent $4 billion on the team, so let's just kind of chill out for a little while. Like, that's not what winners do.
You guys are obviously the number one salary cap, team spending right now, number one in.
All right. So you heard Matt Ishbia. I had to cut that off because, I don't want to do or be in the subject of copyright infringement. But yeah, so a couple of things that to take away from that video or that interview is that KD, Matt Ishbia relationship, they are good. All right, and they are hoping to keep KD for the rest of his career and retire here actually as a Phoenix Suns or as a Phoenix Sun. And to me, I don't mind. That's one of the best players who ever played the game. And I remember that time when Woj, part of his, retirement journey, retirement tour, was to blurt out some stuff about the trade that happened. I believe it was the Mikal Bridges trade, and then it involved Houston. I'm not sure what that trade was. I'm sorry, but it involved Houston, and then all of a sudden he was like, saying the Rockets are hopeful that all these picks and young players would eventually get them Kevin Durant or even Booker, who's younger at that point in time. So it was really ridiculous. It was silly, as Matt said. So yeah, and investing on the team, spending like $4 billion already, building some facilities and all that stuff for the Mercury. So winners invest. That's the main takeaway there, and I hope it's not long before Matt Ishbia gets the Phoenix Suns their first championship, and us too, fans, right? So, all right, guys. So this has been a long video. Not really the traditional video that I've been making for only like 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. 8 minutes is long for me, but yeah, we've been at this for 21 minutes now. It's almost an entire full show. Almost half of it. But yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye now. And hey, by the way, what do you guys think of making this like a live session, right? Kind of like your pre main show that happens during Saturdays. Of course, I'm not going to be on Saturdays shows up until January. But if you miss me, just comment down below, and if you want these videos to go live, we can go live. So yeah. I'm crowdsourcing or surveying you people or Planeteers, and okay, so just a few reminders here. Of course, again, the live show, we will have a guest, or the guys on the Saturday show, Saturday live show. We'll have a guest from Canada. So your Sun's Planet podcast goes to Canada this Saturday. And yeah, tune in for that. And another one is that. If you have extra money in your pocket, just go ahead, donate, send a kid to a Suns game this February or February next year as part of the Bright Side Night, Dave King's Bright Side Night. To donate, you can go to brightsideofthesun.com and yeah, donate there, or you can visit suns.com/brightside night. And if you like the content that we're putting out there, me, Jake, Fallen Founder, Hamo with his pregame previews, then yeah, don't hesitate. Give us, or not give us, but buy us some beer, coffee, cookies, whatever, popcorn. um, the Buy Me Coffee link is down below in the description. And yeah, like I said, guys, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me in here. Even though I've been late sometimes, but I appreciate y'all viewing and commenting. Justin from Australia, special shout out to you, man. You've supported me ever since my first appearance in the Suns Planet podcast as a guest and as a guest host, basically. So if you guys don't know, I was a guest first when they visited Suns Planet visit the Philippines, and then invited me to do another show, and then just it started from there. Now I'm a regular. But yeah, again, this is Kevin, and I'll see you guys the next time after the Suns play. Oh, goodness, I almost forgot. The Suns will play the Lakers on Tuesday for a cup game, Emirates Cup game. Tune in for, or watch out for Hamo's preview. It's the first time that we're gonna see that Emirates Cup court for Phoenix, and that should be exciting. Of course, any games against the LA Lakers are always exciting and interesting. So again, it's Kevin, and yeah, as I always say, be kind to each other, folks, and you guys stay safe.